Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into something really profound. We are unpacking the nature of divine mercy and prayer. And look, we aren't just going to talk about some lofty theoretical concepts here. We are exploring a fundamental reality that actually touches all of our everyday lives. I mean, why are we here? What do the hard times we go through actually mean? And how do we build a real connection with the source of the universe? We're going to break all of this down step by step based on our source texts. So let's just jump right in. Section 1. The Human Prayer and Trial. Let's start with a universal human experience. You know, the struggles of life, those tests that seem absolutely impossible to overcome, and the one place we often turn to, prayer. We're stepping right into that mysterious space where prayer and trial meet. So why do some prayers seem to instantly reach the heavens, while others just hit a brick wall? Have you ever thought about that? Like, why can't we seem to tune into the right frequency? Well, the truth is, the problem usually isn't that the connection is bad. It's that we fundamentally don't know what to ask for. We kind of mistake every passing whim for a genuine prayer. If we truly knew what we needed, what we asked for would be asking for us right back. There's this incredible quote from Ali ibn Abi Talib that hits the nail on the head. He said, "I learned that he is God by his not giving me everything I asked for." I mean, wow. Being able to say that requires a seriously deep understanding of life. Because sometimes, getting exactly what you ask for, it's not a blessing. Actually, it can literally be a curse. As humans, we spend years, sometimes our whole lives, not knowing what we genuinely need. We just lack the wisdom to see the big picture. Section 2. A rope to understand God. So, how in the world do we, with our very limited human minds, wrap our heads around an absolute infinite creator? It's a massive disconnect, right? We need a system. Think of the divine names, the Esmâu'l Hüsnâ, as a rope thrown down from the heavens. Our intellect just can't grasp the absolute because, well, our minds have boundaries. Imagine being stuck at the bottom of a pitch-black well. To climb out, you need to grab onto something, like handholds on the wall. We understand the Creator through these names, these specific attributes brought down to our level. And by holding onto that rope, we can finally begin our upper journey. Section 3. What does Er-Rahim mean? Out of all those handholds we just talked about, one of the most absolutely crucial is Er-Rahim. And there's a really vital distinction here between two divine attributes. Rahman is like the sun. It radiates unconditionally on everything. It doesn't need a reason. It just flows from the Creator and covers all of creation. But Rahim? Rahim is entirely different. It is turned specifically toward the creation, and, this is the key part, it requires a trigger. It's a direct response activated by a conscious human act. That could be a prayer, deep faith, a good deed. To experience Rahim, you have to take the first step. The way Rahim is structured linguistically is just fascinating. In Arabic, it's highly interactive. It's not just a top-down delivery of goodness. If this targeted mercy reaches you, it doesn't just pass through. It leaves a profound, lasting trace inside you. Receiving it literally elevates you, expanding your own capacity to be merciful to others. It changes you. Section 4. Mercy elevates, it never belittles. In our super cynical modern world, we often treat mercy like it's a form of pity, right? Like it's some subtle way of acting superior. You hear, "Don't pity me," all the time. But in the context of divine mercy, that is completely missing the point. Does showing mercy mean you're belittling someone? No way. That's a huge misunderstanding of one of our most noble emotions. Just think about a mother. Does a mother who sacrifices everything for her child belittle them by showing mercy? Of course not. Her infinite mercy is exactly what raises, elevates, and prepares that child for life. Just like a plant needs water to grow, true mercy is the absolute foundation of all education and growth. True mercy doesn't talk down to you, it lifts you up. You literally cannot properly teach, elevate, or guide anyone without first showing them profound mercy. If a teacher doesn't have it, whatever knowledge they pass on has zero ethical grounding. You might get smarter, sure, but you won't become a better person. In the Islamic tradition, the ethics of mercy absolutely have to come before just transferring facts. If you aren't showing Rahim to the person you're teaching, you're never truly elevating them. Section 5. Traces of divine mercy in the prophetic stories. So how do these massive philosophical concepts actually look when they collide with intense human suffering? Well, let's look at Prophet Yusuf. Thrown into a well by his own brothers, thrown into a dungeon because of a total slander, and then ultimately becoming the Sultan of Egypt. Now, most people see the well and the prison as these terrible tragedies, right?
But our source material frames this as the exact mechanism of divine mercy. Yes, Yusuf's body was at the bottom of a well, but his spirit was ascending. The ones who were truly stuck in a well were the brothers who threw him in.
And this brings us to a huge takeaway. You have to fall into the well to grow. You cannot become a sultan in your own life without first surviving that dark well of adversity. So when we hit absolute rock bottom, instead of bitterly asking why this is happening to us, we really need to ask, what kind of throne, what kind of kingdom is this phase of mercy preparing me for? Prophet Ayub's story teaches us the exact same lesson. While he's battling this severe, agonizing illness, the divine command he gets is, Urkud bi rijlik, strike your foot, move. Mercy is going to come, but not if you just sit there passively waiting for a magical miracle. You have to move your foot. You have to take a step and do everything in your power first. These aren't just ancient stories. We are the heroes of our own stories today. When tragedy strikes us, we have to stand up and take action to trigger that mercy of the Rahim. Section 6. Unconditional and infinite mercy. According to the data in our sources, the name Rahim is used for God 95 times in the Quran. But to really unlock its majesty, you have to look at how it's paired with other names. The deepest theological truths hide in those combinations. Okay, let's break these combinations down. Aziz or Rahim shows up 13 times, pairing the mighty with the merciful. Think about it. Human mercy usually has strings attached. I'll help you now, so you help me later. But Aziz means supreme and mighty. It proves this divine mercy has zero ulterior motives. Then you have Ghafoor or Rahim, which appears 64 times. Ghafoor is a type of forgiveness that's like a master film editor. It literally cuts the mistake entirely out of the timeline of your life. It erases the sin as if it never even happened and then showers you with mercy. But getting that film edited, accessing that specific mercy, requires the mechanics of true repentance. Step 1 is istisar, consciously recognizing and turning away from the wrong action. Step 2 is toba, actively turning toward the right path. But, and this is huge, it doesn't end there. Step 3 is amel, action. If you did something wrong with your hands, you have to fix it with your hands. If you put money into something negative, you must turn around and fund something positive. Actively correcting your past mistakes using what you have right now is the actual key that throws the doors of mercy wide open. When you put all this together, it is just striking. This divine mercy is so vast that God isn't just lying in wait to punish people or inflict pain. The ultimate punishment isn't fire. It's simply being deprived of this infinite source of mercy. It's the tragic loss of connection with the Creator. God's mercy is an infinite, open invitation to connection. Anyone who turns their back on it is just building their own walls of isolation. To wrap this explainer up, I want to leave you with a provocative question, again inspired by Yusuf's story. Look closely at your own trials, your own life choices. Where is your shirt tearing? Is it tearing from the front, meaning you are the one eagerly chasing after the mistake, running towards the illusion? Or is it tearing from the back, meaning you are walking away on the right path, but the darkness is trying to pull you down from behind? Reflecting on that, well, that is a brilliant place to start finding your own path toward that divine mercy. Take care and see you next time.